But I'm quite one so Mr. Kutin, Enchuchun Komo, Mr. Emmanuel Kutin, a security expert. Yenjina Juncher on Ghana Immigration Service. Any steps I'm taking say on be protect your borders no from from fugitives more escaping from Nigerian prison. Mr. Kutin, me mark about happy morning show no so no pay.
You son okay. It's for you answer.
Omojo so. Mr. Kutin, Diana Koso, now Osha Nsema Abba from the Ghana Immigration Service. Any steps I'm person will take it to make sure say your borders no are secure. One case from where you sit as a security expert no statement no are enough, and I say who expecting more from the Ghana Immigration Service.
You see, to even begin with, the protocol the Nigerian authorities even used to communicate to Ghana is wrong.
Okay.
Because in communication, we have strict security protocols in communicating certain information, especially in the wake of terrorism now. OSHA ECOWAS counterterrorism implementation, a strategy implementation plan, which I was privileged to be among very few security analysts to look at in Abuja in 2015, 2016 now. There are strict guidelines in communication saying, this jailbreak is not just an ordinary jailbreak. Okay, this is about the second time there has been a jailbreak in Nigeria in 2 months. And we all know the source or the perpetrators of the jailbreak. It came from a terrorist organization, the Boko Haram. So to that extent, and yesterday Nigeria communicated to the intelligence agency of Ghana. And this is how terrorism should be fought out. It should be intelligence-led, not what we have done in the past and we continue to do. Let's get this scenario. If the intent of the Nigerian authorities really was to even help Ghana so that these bad boys don't cross into our border, the event happened on the 6th, is that not it?
Yes.
If you look at the letter, it was dated the 8th. It says 48 clear hours ahead.
Yeah.
And these people, they don't just plan jailbreaks. Before they come and break a jail, strategies are put in place as to the targets they want out of the jail and where they want to secure those targets. So after 48 hours, which road to Ghana Immigration Service, what can they do? If they want to come to Ghana, they're already in Ghana. Look at the porous nature of our borders. So at Trese, as a sub-region, we have a serious problem. ECOWAS. They'll organize very big meetings, come out with very big communique, and nothing changes. If there was serious and proper intelligence sharing between these member states, and this intelligence would have been passed to the Ghanaian authorities, the Ghanaian authorities would have taken actions, and so there would have been some visible reactions to see how these bad boys cannot come into our borders immediately, not after 48 hours.
Yeah.
But, and in fighting terrorism, intelligence sharing and management is very key. This document in the first place shouldn't even be in the public domain. It creates unnecessary panic and tensions in the country. I want them so ready as a country. The tension is so high because the economic situation in the country now is so dire. And if you look at the conditions that give rise to terrorism, and you look at the African sub-region, especially ECOWAS, it is there. When there is a sense of hopelessness, one, the youth can do anything. Because if you look at the ECOWAS sub-region, we have bad. Unlike the developed countries where they have an aged population, we have a youth badge.
Yeah.
Then our part of the world, the old men are not prepared to even give way to the youth to come. They are not even prepared to groom the youth so that when they leave, they can continue and the country will be in peace.
But
they want to even
Mr.
die
Kuti,
on the seat
in
their respective offices. And that is not helping security-wise. It looks as if we have forgotten national security and human security and thrown that into the dustbin, and we are looking at our own parochial and party interests.
But Mr. Kutin, Okasa about your porous borders. Now, ever since you started say you're dealing with your threat as a nation about terrorism and sema, as a Ghana Immigration Service at the borders no at to high alert following the operations of these terrorist groups in India. Wouldn't we say after the jailbreak no, send a news no echo viral just a few minutes or a few hours after no, Yankasa your security agencies no. Or taking proactive steps even before Nigeria be communicating or letter we be to.
You see, if there was a mechanism, if there was a structure in place where intelligence are shared, the news could go viral in Nigeria. Our security agencies are proactively working to help their Nigerian counterparts and other ECOWAS countries. It shouldn't have taken the Nigerian authorities to write to the Ghana Immigration Service. Don't forget, terrorism is a cross-border crime. No country by its own can fight it. If you look at the symptoms of terrorism, how it started in the Sahel region now. Okay, Boko Haram.
Yeah.
How Boko Haram came to be. And how Boko Haram is now tormenting us. We didn't take them serious initially. We realized that they were defeated rather too late. Look at Mali. What happened in Mali, Minia? Tuareg rebels, started not ECOWAS somewhere.
Yeah.
When democracy was under attack in Mali, ECOWAS no more. When the people began agitating against bad governance, now ECOWAS omuwahi. When demonstrators were prevented from exercising their democratic rights, now ECOWAS omuwahi. But when the military came on the side of the people, what did ECOWAS do? They organized a big distance, threatened the military junta, and used a very unpopular strategy by excommunicating these military juntas. In this case, I'm talking about Guinea, Mali, and then Burkina Faso, because the same conditions precipitated in those areas, and then decided to place sanctions. ECOWAS, do we trade among ourselves? How is sanctions going to affect these military juntas? Nothing. The sanctions are rather repressive and goes against the very citizens ECOWAS is supposed to be protecting to begin with. So ECOWAS must be forward looking and focus and look at innovative means. I said this when you interviewed me some time ago, when we had an extraordinary ECOWAS summit in Ghana here, that the best way for ECOWAS to do is to engage these military juntas and then do a proper diagnosis of the problems that led to the military takeovers in the first place and put steps to solving those problems. and making sure that leaders within the sub-regions don't take the people for granted, because power belongs to the people. That's why even democracy that we are learning from the Americans, they define democracy as what? Power of the people, by the people and of the people.
Mr. Kutin, what can I say when you know? My members are ocean development also in Nigeria and in Myanmar and the possible ripple effect and a domino effect, you know. Should we feel safe as a nation and have confidence in our security services? Indeed, send our mutual letters, banning Yamano, they can prevent anything untoward from happening, and they can prevent any of these fugitives in Myanmar from infiltrating.
Minya, it's about time we speak truth to power. Yet minor. It's not all the time we have to be looking to God and say it's an act of God, act of God, act of God. Terrorism is with us, whether we like it or not. And forget it. And don't forget, Minya, terrorism is homegrown. It doesn't start as an event. It's a set of events. And the conditions we are experiencing within the ECOWAS sub-region, if we don't take our security serious, and as usual, act of God, prayers, say. And you're going to God lost every Tom, Dick, and Harry on this planet Earth. And see, the domino effect, is already with us. All we need to do is start doing the right things. Let's take our security serious. Let's be proactive. Let us not put the security architecture on paper. And in reality, we don't practice same. And the countries must realize that, one, we cannot combat this phenomena individually. And intelligence sharing and management is key. I just want, as a country, we should focus on our national security and human security to at the expense of the current the democratic experiment we have done since the Fourth Republican Constitution, when we are looking at regime security, how a political party can remain in power. So if you're most political parties, they will need power. The first 4 years, they will pretend as if they are listening to their citizens. The second term, they are no longer looking for power. That's when you see the real characters of the politicians. Look at what is happening in Ghana today. And I'm talking about national security because the dire economic situation every Tom, Dick, and Harry in Ghana is facing now. If pragmatic steps are not taken to address them, and we are looking at regime security at the expense of national security.
Yeah.
Let's do the human security around the oil. And I'm so interested because me car now me to for 480 Ghana now I feel me tank, and now look at 1,300 and something.
Good.
Fuel prices are control.
Yeah.
Almost 12 cedis a liter. Does it affect only a particular party? It affects all of us as citizens. And look at the human security, the ripple effect in terms of national security. The prices goes up, it affects everybody. Food prices will go up. It hits the ordinary worker. Inflation is high. And then salaries are not being adjusted upwards. So if we are pretending like ostriches, say enyefi, Ghana for their law, they are forgiven and nema. Now what is happening in Sri Lanka and Asiwa. And going back to the dark days of military regimes, it's not good for Ghana at all. Let us not make mistake about that. Because it will take our democracy about 50 years back. It means that all the successes we have choked, Ghana being labeled the
beacon of democracy.
In West Africa, Africa, na echo.
Yo, Mr. Kuti.
Because we say we are oil producing country now. A barrel of oil was how much? It's not $50-something. Now it's about $100 and something. So on that side, government is making money. So government needs to do a balancing act to say that, look, the tax build up on the petroleum side, only few, so that it can cushion the citizenry. At least, if fuel prices are reduced, at least food on the table will equally be reduced. Because is the transportation charges that are short this thing up.
Yeah. Mr. Kutin, Emerenti, Yadun Komono Besiha, Nyame Aduma, other developments about, we'll come back to you now or the other details about what you made. So, that's it for your time this morning on the Happy Morning Show.
Yo.
And Mr. Emmanuel Kutin, a security expert, and also Odena Drincher on development at ECOSO borders. Ghana Immigration Service say Omata Insecurity just to make sure say Nigerians now will break jail no. Enya dia ambetumi aborum ewo krom ha.